first day as a member of the 501st. It was hot, it was sandy, chaotic. Nothing at all like the simulations on Camino. Of course, that's pretty much the way it was for all of us, wasn't it? All that breeding, all those years of training. It doesn't really prepare you for all the screaming or the blood, does it? Frankly, I'm still amazed we ever made it through the first hour. Never mind the first day.
Hey, what's going on, guys? And welcome back to week 7 of Building Geonosis in LEGO. Now, this week is going to be pretty exciting because we are totally going to be, or 95% complete with the entire clone side. And at the very end, we're going to do like a little presentation of a very small scale of what it'll look like, adding some ATTEs, some clone troopers, gunships, all sorts of stuff like that. So you want to stay to the end of this video to see that, which is going to look really awesome. And guys, I want to thank y'all so much for the support I've had on this series. It's been so fun to make. And guys, remember that Building Geonosis happens every Friday at 10 a.m. And I'm not going to blabber on any longer with this intro. I want to get right into the video. So let's do it right now, guys. Okay guys, we are back with Building Geonosis in LEGO week 7, and I'm finally ready to finish this portion of the mock. Now this is going to be the first stage of what we're going to do this week. Is I'm going to do a time lapse, and I'm totally going to fill out this whole portion of the mock, which is like kind of like 4 base plates. It's like 1, 2, and then a little bit of covered on these other 6 or other 4 right there. So these are all the pieces in the middle. I need to complete it, and I'm actually going to do a time lapse of this whole little section I made out here to complete this little portion of the mock, which is actually a pretty big portion compared to everything else, because I don't actually have enough base plates to go all the way back, but that's where the whole mock is going to be, even beyond that. So that's going to be really awesome. And so what we've done so far in 6 weeks of work, and it is looking pretty cool to me. It's definitely gonna be a giant battlefield going on over here. And the other objectives of this week 7, of course, are to continue this other portion of the mock, and this is all the battle damage I'm gonna try to do with like battle damage inside of the terrain and all sorts of stuff. And we're gonna actually complete this whole entire side of the mock with all the clones and everything. So this is gonna look really, really cool. And at the very end of this, I'm gonna do a little sneak peek of what this will actually look like with maybe some ATTEs and some clone troopers. So you wanna stick around for that. And guys, without further ado, let's get started. Okay guys, I figured I would give y'all a quick update, since when I was videoing this time lapse I'm doing right there, I got a call and the whole thing fell over, as you kind of see at the end of that little time lapse. So I decided to give y'all just a quick update of how this is actually turning out. I've taken like a few breaks, if that's where you kind of see some cuts and stuff like that, a few breaks in between, but just kind of filling in this entire section over here, which we're making really good progress. And I decided to, as you can see from the time lapse, is kind of create these other different kind of levels on the ground here, just kind of raising it up using these 2x4 tan plates, just kind of give it the extra elevation of these 2 little sections. And what I decided to do over here is actually add some of these Geonosian spires that I kind of quickly designed, and I actually really do like how these turned out. They kind of there's kind of a smaller version with kind of these using some of the 2x2 slopes, and then these 2x3 slopes, the kind of larger ones, which I actually really like how they turned out. They're kind of simple, but really get the job done. So I might add some more over on the other end and just kind of add them kind of sparingly throughout the mock. and maybe even some like a more of a rocky area, adds a way more of these. But I actually do like them just kind of sitting in this area in between like the kind of battlefield and stuff. So yeah, guys, that is turning out to be really, really nice. And if you can't really tell how I built them, I just kind of built them with using these little side bricks, and I just knocked. I've done this so many times. I've knocked that over and destroyed it with my elbow. I'll fix that in a minute, but just like that, you just add these little pieces right there. Just clip them on, if I can do it with the camera, just like that, and just kind of build up throughout that, and just kind of build it up, and you have this nice little shape that looks like kind of the Geonosis spire. So yeah, guys, that is what I'm gonna do right now, and let's get right back to the time lapse. Bum bum ba da bum. Guys, the first, like I would say, third of the mock is almost totally complete, if not all the way complete. And as you see from the time lapse that I just showed, I completed this section finally. Now, as you can see, there's a little bit over there that's not finished, which I do not have actually enough certain pieces to finish. So this is gonna be all that's gonna be done for this week. But I want to go through this and show you all the little details I've added. And after that, what you don't want to miss is I'm going to put some ATTEs, some gunships and stuff like that, some clone troopers, just kind of give you a little hint of what this mock's going to look like, which is going to look really epic, and I can't wait to show y'all. But so what I did over here is, as you saw, I showed off these little kind of little creations, the Geonosis little spire things I built. And they were like right there in the middle, but I didn't really want them in the middle since there's gonna be tons of vehicles and stuff on there. So I added them kind of the sides of here next to the little outposts, a little mountain area we made over here, and which that's looking, I think that's gonna look really nice right there. So leave your comments, so leave your thoughts and comments down below of what I should actually do with more of these guys. Should I add more? Because I actually really do like the designs, and I actually added more actually over right there. I added them over there, which I'll get to in a second. And then what I did here is I, of course, leveled out this area over here and I raised it, and we added some more rock work. And I tried to add some like rock work where I can put more clones around. There's a little coke there. So I have some clones like hiding behind these rocks and stuff like that. Of course, put more of these little different kind of lighter shades of rock patched areas as well. And then fill this out with more detail, totally completing this out. And then what I did over here is I wanted to add kind of an explosion area. So there'll be more little effects. I need to get some kind of more unique pieces that add, like this is like breaking apart the ground right here, which I just added some of those kind of red pieces, or just kind of the light translucent pieces, and put some of those one by one bricks around them just to kind of even it out. And yeah, this is the kind of first third of the mock right here, which is looking pretty awesome. And this is going to be really, really epic. So if I also go over here now, I will show off the other designs I put over here. Now these are just kind of the, I can make them taller if you want me to. Let me know down below if I should make them even taller, but I put a few more of them over here. Kind of just go with kind of the mountain range, since there'll be like multiple like actual like larger spires, just kind of the smaller ones I wanted to add. So yeah, and another thing I want to say is with the mountain, I'm totally going to redesign the mountain, basically just because these pieces right here are so expensive. I'm actually going to be like trading them out basically. So we're going to use mostly these pieces right here for the mountain, and these guys will be the accessory kind of pieces, kind of basically flip-flopping the colors that go all the way over throughout the whole mock. and especially for the big, where the Falcon is will be a giant little section of the mountain. The majority of it will be. So that's what we're gonna do, because I actually ordered about 1,200 of those pieces right there. So that's gonna be coming in probably in I don't even know how long, but hopefully soon, for I can continue to work on the mountain and of course like the little Geonosis outpost that we worked on last week. But yeah, guys, just giving y'all a lower view, showing all the little details I put into this for the week 7s, or the 7 weeks I have done this, and is looking super awesome. But without further ado, guys, let's put some clone troopers on here. So here we have it, everybody. I just put a small percentage of how many clones are actually going to be on this mock when it's finished, just to give y'all a little taste. But I have to say, this is looking pretty sweet, even with maybe like 50 clones on here. At the end of the day, it's probably gonna be a couple hundred. But this is definitely feeling like Geonosis with all the clone troopers rushing up. I have Ayla Secura right there. I put an ATT here, and then as well as I have 2 gunships just on the mock as well. Of course, one flying in right there with a couple of clone troopers inside, and then I have a custom LLAT that from Brick Vault actually that is right here, and I actually have another custom gunship, which is actually gonna be a different version that I'm gonna have to build as well. That's gonna come later throughout the mock, and also custom ATTE. So that will be cool to build for you guys. Add to this section, because there's gonna be like a couple ATTEs, a couple gunships, a dropship, all sorts of stuff going on the clone side. And of course, you have some clone troopers rushing out. Got a lieutenant, got a couple clones there. And yeah, this is a little sneak peek. See, just barely even filled up this side of the mock of how this is gonna look. And of course, the clone troopers will be kind of pushed up more like up here in this section or here. So that's gonna look really, really awesome. Give y'all just kind of more views of all the kind of phase 1 clone troopers rushing up into battle here. Of course, we got a commander with his Firestar arm printing arms right there, which are really, really nice, which I'm gonna add to the rest of my officers. Like here's a sergeant right there. And of course, this is just the regular Lego set 2013 ATTE, which is gonna be on the mock as well. And yeah, this is looking super sweet. Obviously, we have a ton more to do over on this side, but I'm loving it so far. And actually seeing like some vehicles and some clone troopers on here is just kind of bringing it to life, in my opinion. And I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Building Geonosis in Lego week 7. I am absolutely loving this, and we're going to continue on to the next probably middle section right here, then get into the droid section, which is going to be really interesting. A lot of cool droid vehicles coming that are in the works. Of course, I have that custom spider droid, but a lot more custom vehicles coming for the droid side as well. And yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this week, and let's go out to the outro of the video. Okay, guys, that is it for week 7 of Building Geonosis and Lego. I hope y'all enjoyed the progress this week and the little sneak peek, or like little tidbit of adding some clone troopers and all the vehicles and stuff like that of what Geonosis is going to look like in like battle form and all the figures and stuff like that. It's one of my favorite parts of actually building the mock and putting it all together. Thank you guys so much for watching. If y'all got to this point and just watching this entire series, it's been super awesome. And guys, I will see y'all next time.